Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's early January and our first trip out in the CV40 this year. We don't plan on going far as the CV's not been used since September, so we just need to check all's okay. So we're off for a few days to an old favourite, down to Dover to the Chequers campsite. So settle back and come along with us. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Hi, well, Happy New Year to you all. We're just starting to get everything ready and we're going to go away for 3 nights, if all goes well, down at Dover. And the pile is starting to pile up of everything that's got to go back. Oh, the heaps. So we can ram it all back in. Of course, we've got the most important bit that's got to be stored away, and it's nice and cold as well. Perfect. Right, let's see what she's like. Everything's all been left open. Oh, we've still got some battery, that's good. Oh. What a mess. So under here, if you can see it, you see that little yellow lever? That has to be put back in position. That's the frost protector. It's open at the moment, so the boiler's empty. I shall do that in a minute. Let's just see what it's all like. So, everything there's in a nice mess. All put on end so that the air can circulate around it so you don't get mould. No need to heat up the van during the winter. No need to put in any salts or anything like that. Dehumidifiers don't need any of that. All you do is make sure you've emptied your cupboards, have all of them open, put everything here like up on end, and the inbuilt ventilation will make sure that the air flows all around it and it'll be all fine. Well, that's the theory. I need to do my fridge. Yeah, she's closed. Now we can turn her on. Oh, let's just check her batteries. Let's check the batteries. Which one? Batteries are full. Water should be empty. Yeah. Everything's good. Gas, got plenty in it. Let's turn that off before I forget. Just check, yeah, it's all off. Now we can turn on the fridge. It's around here somewhere. One of these touch sensitive. I hate touch sensitive. Why can't I have a nice switch? I have no idea where it is. It's probably something to do with these 2 lines. Oh, that's a good start. Nothing. 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 Fridge is dead. I don't think I've got anything I've forgotten that I've got to turn on. I just have no idea where the on-off part is. Aha! There. So I've got to remember next time it's to the left of the line. And we've got it on 2. That'll probably be enough. I should think it's probably that cold anyway. So I need to start putting this lot back together. Well, we got down here, but it was a bit of a struggle. Problem started when we got the van all packed, hadn't we? It was all ready to go. We had to go up to Asda's, have an eye test. We thought we'd get everything ready, take the van up to Asda's, and then we could have an eye test, do some shopping, hop in the van, and pop down to the Chequers at Dover. Got in the car. It was all got in the van. It was all nicely all packed up, ready to go. Key in. Flat battery. Oh, fun and games that was. It's flat, but we got a solar. Okay, it's not been a lot of sun, admittedly, but we've got solar connected to it. Or we should have a solar connected to it, because this van, when it had the solar set up by the manufacturer, I believe, the solar's only connected to a leisure battery. So we spoke to the dealer and said we want it to actually charge leisure and the vehicle battery, and he said yeah, I can do that. And the solar controller does have a couple of extra leads stuck in it, so one assumes it is. Whether he didn't connect it properly, whether he's popped a fuse, whether it's not really 130 watts like he said on solar we got, we don't know. You could say that not been enough sun to keep them both charged. However, the Winesburg we had that for 4 years, 4 winters, and that was absolutely fine. That charged the leisure and the vehicle battery, and the vehicle battery was
fine. Yeah,
absolutely.
We had no trouble with it at all.
Even in winter, if you've been left for a few weeks, month or two in winter, spun up and went really good. So that was fun and games. Brother come to the rescue. He's got one of these small little portable booster power starter packs, so he come round with that. But the leads on it, we opened up the bonnet, and there's a little terminal for putting the positive on and a little terminal for putting the negative on, and his leads was that much short. So we tried using a different earth because we couldn't reach the earth. Turned it over, it didn't want to turn over. So we played around with that a few times, and I had to pop in and grab a coat because I was freezing to death outside. And when I went in to get the coat, my brother managed to get the leads and stretch, and he just got them on by their fingernails.
And broke the cables inside.
And he managed to get it there, and as I come out, it was spinning up. It spun up and stopped, spun up and stopped, spun up and stopped. But then it started up and it was going. Woohoo! Thank goodness for that. So, big thanks to Bub, saved the day. And we started off on a little trip down here, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we left where we live, out onto the main road, down the hill, up the hill, down the hill, down to this big roundabout. As we come up to the big roundabout, I'm braking, loads of cars all around us, queue behind us a mile long as it always is, trying to push us along to go faster. Come up to the roundabout, brake, and it stopped. Engine died. So I said, oh dearie me, in a choice sort of way.
You're lucky the camera wasn't going.
Put the hazards on, took my foot off the accelerator, off the brake I mean, sorry, as I'm pulling up the handbrake, and it fired up. And I noticed it had the A on it. Now this CV40 has got auto stop start, but in the 9 months we've had it, it has never ever once worked, ever. It's set to go, but it's never worked. And I've looked on the forums, and they say it will only work if the batch is absolutely full and if this and if that and whatever, all the right conditions, and then it works. But ours never has, and apparently others have said they often find it hardly ever works. So today, with a flat battery that we just managed to get going, it decides to switch off. Why? Can you believe it? You couldn't make it up, could you? It's a script. Oh, but it started. And so we thundered off down here, and the next round of it come through, it done it exactly the same thing again. It shut itself off as I stopped at the roundabout. Unbelievable. But it did start again straight away. And we got down here okay. It's freezing cold. As you can see, we've got our hoodies on.
I've got my hood on, I've got a cold nose.
So,
And the heating's on.
And the heating's on. We wanted to give it a good test out to make sure everything was working.
It's the first time we've used it for 2 months, so we expected it to be a bit cold, so...
Yeah, so we put up blankets here to try and keep the warmth in. So we set ourselves up and we plugged ourselves in, and I said to Cal, I want to turn on the wastewater so that it doesn't lay near the freeze, because apparently it wasn't supposed to freeze tonight, and it's now changed its mind and it is going to freeze tonight. Typical, because we haven't got lagging and we haven't got winterite, so we haven't got the insulation around the tank, so hopefully they're not going to freeze. But it's hard to freeze a big tank, it's the pipes. So I said I want to leave the grey waste open so that we just catch any water coming out and it won't sort of lay in there and freeze. Where's the bucket? We have a collapsible bucket. It's not on the van.
And we've left the throws at home as well for the chairs.
And we left the throws at home for the chairs. And Carol went to put on the screens. We got Remish blinds, but we've also got the stick-on insulation type with the little suckers that stick onto the windows that helps holding all the heat. We've left them behind.
His fault, he didn't check the van what we needed to put in it yesterday. We didn't have time to sort things out this morning because we had to get to the opticians as well.
Because they say that you should make sure that none of the vents are blocked. And we know this because we've had vans, we've had caravans, we've had static vans, we've had loads of vans. So we know how to look after them. We seem to have forgotten though how to put them all back together.
Pretty much.
So I took them all out so that we didn't impede any airflow, and everything was working absolutely fine. It was all nicely winterized and shut down for the winter, and I totally forgot to put anything back. So we've got no blind for the front, and we've got no throws to go over the chairs.
So beers are going to be ended up by going all over them, and drinks and
my beers,
fruit and goodness knows what else.
So I'm not sure what else we've forgotten.
Oh,
so I said to Carol, okay, let me make a note and write everything down in my notepad of everything that we've forgotten so we remember it. Nope, I forgot my notepad. Oh. So we've forgotten the blinds that click on the front. We've forgotten the throws that go on here. We've forgotten the bucket. What else have we forgotten? Bound to be something else that we've forgotten.
We shall find out tomorrow.
Luckily the electric lead was still in here. We'd been absolutely done if that wasn't there. But we've got the heating on and we've got hot water on. I'm going to leave the hot water. The hot water has 3 settings. You can't control the temperature, but you can control how much electricity you're putting into it. It's on the electric hookup, so we're using the electric heater element on the hot water. And it's got 1, 2 and 3 wavy lines. So we've got it on 1 wavy line. So we shall leave it on that overnight for tonight as it's freezing, just to be on the safe side. If a pipe bursts as well, a pipe will burst, but we certainly don't want the boiler to burst. And we've got the heating itself going as well. On the CV40 they're separate. You've got a boiler and you've got a heater, and they're actually two separate units. So we've got that running as well, and that's on electric, which is very good. Which is better than a Weinsberg, isn't it? Because a Weinsberg was gas only.
Yeah.
Which was fine, but they do tend to chomp their way through the gas.
Yeah, but the water tank was inside it, so it didn't need winterizing, did it?
That's correct. The water tank, fresh water tank, was under the
Bed.
Under the bed on this side, in fact. Whereas on the CV40, the water tank is outside, which gives you more storage, but it means that your tanks can get a bit cold and shivery. So we shall see. The little car park as we come in, last year when they had a lot of rain, there was like a little pond in the middle of it. Today they got a little ice skating rink. So we've got to be careful that we didn't go out and go slipping and sliding all over the place. But it's going to be good. It's nice to be back in the van. It's toasty warm. We've got these hoodies on and I'm not in the slightest bit cold.
Right. Apart from my nose.
Apart from my nose.
My nose is cold. This is a make sure everything works after the cold weather, because in 3 weeks' time we're hoping to go to Scotland.
Yeah, now that's something to look forward to, but it's also a bit of a worry because we've got to sort out what's going on with this battery. I mean, what I'll probably do is I shall, after this holiday, go back, leave the van for maybe a week, and then see if she starts and take her for a run. And if she starts after a week, then I've got a bit more confidence that we should be okay. But you certainly don't want to go all the way to Scotland and it's going to be really cold up there and then just find that effectively we're going to be stuck.
Right.
I am going to get one of these though, like what my brother got, and I'll show you one he got. It's amazing. Little tiny things they are. Because I'm going to have to.
CD players.
This is his old CD case.
Right.
He had his CDs in this many years ago.
CD case, and I was wondering why you bought them.
Many years ago, he had these CDs in here, and after he bought this battery charger or this battery booster, they wanted a silly amount of money for a case to go with it, and the leads didn't go in the case apparently. It just the box would go in, the battery, but the leads would be separate. So what's the point of that in a case? And then he remembered this, so he ripped all the CD sleeves out and he put this in it. It says it fits perfectly. But the one he's got, as you can see, the leads are
not very big.
Well, they're not very wide. Because as he said, the longer the lead, the more of the voltage drops, the amperage drops and whatever it is you get. So the shorter they are, the more potent they are. But he could just get it on the tips. It must have just been like the skin of their little teeth.
Oily or anything.
Well, you should have the throws. Where's the
your
throws?
fault.
You can't blame me.
I will. You should took everything out.
Whoa.
I put them all in different places.
My job was to take it out. Your job was to put it back.
Yes, but I don't know where you put them. They're all in different places.
Don't expect me to remember.
The only reason, because I knew where the blankets was, because I actually washed these blankets.
Yeah. That's it. If you can see that. Excellent bit of kit. So I'm going to get one of these. Definitely. And one of my good neighbours, if you happen to be watching, thank you very much, lent us some jump leads as well. Oh my goodness, you've got to have arms like the Hulk to open these, so I'm going to squeeze them with my little feeble hands. Oh. So that was our adventure for today. So we got down here a lot later than we thought we would. It was dark when we turned up. It must have been what, about 5, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 5 o'clock. Yeah.
Around about 5 that we turned up down here. We expected to be down here by about 3:30. As we said, it's freezing cold. Nobody else is here apart from the people that live on site.
It's all good.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. So tomorrow we hope to go to Folkestone. When we had this all planned out, tomorrow was supposed to be a nice sunny day again, and Wednesday was supposed to be sunny with cloud,
yeah.
and Thursday was going to be misty.
Yeah.
Today was supposed to be a nice sunny day as well, which it started off sunny, but then it sort of like got fed up and decided to go miserably cloudy again. Yeah.
So hopefully we go to Ramsgate, have a walk around the town and find a cafe. But we actually haven't found a cafe in Ramsgate that we liked that much yet.
No.
But the one we like in Folkestone, the old chappie's retiring and going back to Sicily, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think Sicily? It's totally unfair just because he was 83.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's going back home to spend the rest of his years with the family that he's got left out there. Which is a great pity because he was a good old-fashioned cat where I used to like his There's no bells or whistles or anything, just
used to have homemade
pie.
You may have seen it in one of the other videos. Homemade pie with boiled potatoes and veg. Normally 2 veg, wasn't it? And there's a big pile of it, just a massive pile of it with a load of gravy on top. And it just was a nice
reasonable price.
Yeah, it was good. So we're going to settle down now. We're going to watch a little bit of telly. I've got some beers that I've put in the fridge. Although I had the beers underneath this chair here. And when I got them out, they're so cold. They're probably colder than... they're going to warm up in the fridge, I should think. I'll put them back in now, I think. Right. So we shall speak to you all later. Probably tomorrow when we hopefully start the car. Or the van, should I say. Start the van and go off to Folkestone.
Because we've got no food in here. Apart from breakfast and a bit of bread.
That'll be a problem.
And we're nowhere near any shops, in walking distance to any shops. Oh, apart from the garage, which is about a mile or so away.
Yeah. Right, so sees you tomorrow morning. Unless we come up with some marvellous things we need to tell you tonight. Oh, let me show you before I go, in case you're interested. So as you can see, we've put our oh, excuse me. As you can see, we put our blanket up the back here, held in place with some pegs, and it works very well. It's an old picnic blanket that we've had for absolute donkey's years.
Well, we were using them as throws, but we bought some new throws.
Yes.
Started using
that you left behind.
What you left behind? What you've hidden somewhere.
Yeah, I've got no idea where I put them. And then we've got one that we put over here over the door, because you lose a lot of heat from these doors, where we did in the Winesburg. So that will help hold the heat in. And oh, what a mess already. And this little one we got here on the chair is the one that we put across here. So we put that on there and we hold that in place with, this is a magnetic strip, some magnets. We've got the heating on, running quite nicely there. Okay, now I'm going to clear this mess up off here so that I can sit down and watch a bit of telly. Well, that's it for this episode. We're off to bed now. Next episode we'll be off to Folkestone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.